Hello, you Mayhem Makers. I'm Mindy with Quilting Mayhem, and welcome back to another Kona block of the month. We're moving on to month 9, and it is all half square triangles. So fairly simple to put together. We've been doing half square triangles along the way, so this shouldn't be new for any of you. But if this is the first time watching this video, welcome. We're going to start out with those easy, making 2 half square triangles at a time. You're going to take your background and a color fabric, put them right sides together. Make sure you have a line drawn diagonally through that background or whatever fabric is lighter. And then what you'll do is stitch 1/4 inch from either side of the line, all right? So it will look like this. And then all you'll do is cut on that line, press them, trim them. Make sure you trim them. This is very important, especially if you're following my cutting instructions. You will be guaranteed you need to trim, and then you'll have just nice, clean little half square triangles. And so you're going to do them in several different colors and in smaller sizes too. So that's the main components of this block, is just all half square triangles. And so for step 1, you are doing the variety of colors. So you want to do that first. And then step 2 is all the little ones, and you do all of those. So get all those ready, cut, press, trim them, make sure they're ready to go, because then as we get into step 3, then we're going to start making them into like 4 patches essentially. So let me show you how that's going to go. So I'm gonna switch this camera around. All right, so make sure you lay them out. So one unit is going to have these 4 colors going in this direction, and then the next one we're going to have these 4 colors going in this direction. So this may be sideways from your pattern, but this is unfortunately for my camera what's working out best. But we'll try to pivot around. Here we go. For you guys. How about that? Because then what's going to happen is you're going to sew them into rows. So these guys you start putting together now that I've got them all turned around. You can tell it's early in the morning for me. What will happen is they'll turn into rows. So those 2, you place them right sides together, so that 1/4 inch seam, press it. These 2, once again, you just put them right sides together. So 1/4 inch, and you get that. All right, for that. And then what will happen is you will lay these 2 rows together, match up these seams right here, put a pin in them, especially if you're new, because you want that seam to match right in the middle. Match up your beginning, match up your end. Once again, sew a 1/4 inch seam, press and open. Okay, and this for these other units, because I have them backwards for you. There we go. You want them like that, and you're going to do the same thing. So sew those 2 and those 2 together, and then top to bottom, so that they look like that unit. All right. Because then what's going to happen is you're going to take these 2 units and place them together. And you're going to do the same thing. Put them right sides together, match up that joining seam. You will notice I do press open. That is my personal choice. It is not a rule. There are no police. You can press your seams one way or the other. You just want to make sure if you do that one set of seams is going one way and another set of seams is going the other. And then once again, match the beginning and end. Do your 1/4 inch seam so that you get units like this. You're going to have 4 of these for your block. And then let's show you how that center is going to go. So let me grab those pieces. So we have these bigger ones that we have made. And we're going to lay them out based on the diagram. So it will look like this, and we're going to do the same method. So these are essentially just all little 4 patch units we're creating. So we'll take these 2 and put them together and sew them, and these 2 together and sew them. And I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so you have these together. You now have them into 2 rows. Lay them right sides together, match up that seam, pin it. Make sure you have your beginning and your end match, because you want a nice straight block as you sew that 1/4 inch seam. I'll bring it right back. All right, so your center will look like this. Once this is done, we're going to start getting the rest of the block together. So you're going to start taking these units. 2 of them, you're going to take what you should have the last half square triangles. They should all match. And you're going to put 1 on either end. All right, so just facing them right sides together, matching, sewing 1/4 inch. I'm going to pull you out a little bit so that you can see. Ignore any mess. And my legs. All right, so it's going to look like this. That's why this sideways is unfortunately a little easier. And then you'll take your center and start putting 1 on each side of this. So 1 on the right and 1 on the left at a 1/4 inch seam, and then these top and bottom units will go on. So I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so once you have 2 side units, you can take one of these rows that you put together, and I will recommend that you pin, so you're going to match. There's at least 3 spots you should be matching up and pinning. So this outer, the middle, and then this side. Now, if you're brand new, I do recommend even pinning like the beginning and end. But otherwise, you can just kind of make sure that as you get to here, I match up this. And same as when I start it, I make sure these are lined up. All right, so do a 1/4 inch seam. Be right back. All right, so this block is almost done. So this row has been onto this unit. So I'm going to flip it, because then we're going to take this row and attach it. So once again, line up those 3 spots, pin them, sew your 1/4 inch seam, press, and the block will be done. Hopefully this block is not giving you any grief as you go, since it's half square triangles kind of turned into 4 patches, so nice and simple. I'm going to take this machine. All right, here we go. I love this block. It's so pretty. Almost like cut glass or a diamond. And it's so simple. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you gave you any problems, just reach out, all right? So email me, info@Quilting Mayhem, call us at the store. If you're local, of course, you can come see us. But if you have any problems, please let me know. I want you to be successful in all these blocks and be happy at the very end, because we're getting there. The end is near, which is kind of sad, but thankfully 2025 they have a whole new block of the month program coming. So stay tuned to our social medias. We are on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, obviously, for videos, and of course we have our newsletters that keep you all up to date with what's going on. But if you want to join us for next year, that info is coming super soon, so you can join along and do this again. So I hope you've had a lovely day. Keep on stitching.